Alright, so coming out today, going to take a look at what went wrong yesterday. And one of the things I think are the fuel pump. You guys hear that? Yeah, it sounds pretty bad. But I'm going to try it one more time to see if I get version 2 to somewhat link up. Right now, I'm not even seeing the USB option on here, so let's say the car's on. There it goes. Just popped up, and it's doing something. Looks at this screen. Nothing's loading. Nope. Guess it's just taking some time. There we go. So it's a slow laptop, so it might be a while. But yeah, I'm gonna take some look at this stuff and see what I can figure out, and then take a look at the actual car itself and see if I notice anything loose or broken. That ting sound, it sounded like when the exhaust hanger came off, so I'm gonna take a look at that and then take a look up under the hood. I tried to look last night a little bit, but it's still dark. So let me mess around with this, try to get one of my old tunes back on here, and then see what it does. But yeah, I just want to really just come out here, start messing around in the garage a little bit, but definitely want to take a look at Mona Lisa. Make sure I didn't break anything. And I said those draggy times were pretty bad. I know it. Like I said, she's a dog. She sounds good, but moving wise, she doesn't have that get up and go that I'm expecting. But yeah, let me look at this for a little bit, then I'll cut you guys back on and take a look at the car. Alright, so I got to the point where it is reading the USB and everything, but it's not talking to each other. Well, I'm not able to pull up the ECU and everything on there, see the engine parameters and all that. So I hate technology. But yeah, as far as anything up under here, thing looks like it's still intact. I could probably use a little tightening up, get it off the radiator a little bit. Guess I should probably put the bolts back in the intercooler. But all that seems like it's intact. It's on some fuel pressure, so usually that drops down to 0 because I don't think there's a what is it? Not the relief valve, but just the I forget the name of it, but I don't think it's the check valve. I don't think that's in the I could definitely use a little tightening up. But nothing under here seems too bad. Like I said, it did start up after a while, drove it back home, so it should be good. I'll start it up here in a second. I think that leak was from there. I don't know. Was that a previous leak, or it could have been? Yeah, we'll tighten all that up. That's definitely seen a little bit of heat in it. A little oil leak, so I don't think I'm too concerned about that. That's a little bit bigger leak, but we'll see. We will see. Like I said, hopefully it didn't mess up anything too bad. Been messing around with the tune on it, so I think there might be one on the handheld. So let's see about that. So I guess not. Use that fuel pump. Should have cut on already, but let me take this and I'll get right back to you guys. Alright, so that was my buddy Ernesto from Colorado gbodys. He calls me, he's like, man, I saw the video, what happened? And I'm like, I think it's personally just the fuel decel cutoff. Like, I know how to disable it or delay it a little bit on the Elco, being a manual. Anytime you get high in RPMs and let off the gas, it shut fuel. So I think that's what happened here. And that pop was the dump pipe or the dump tube. So that's why you heard that pop. And then that screech was just the 4L80. It holds that first gear, shifting to second for a while. I think it just shifted into second, chirped the tires, and then that's what caused it to shut off, I think. So we shall see. I was looking back here a little bit and did notice it's a little dark right in there. So I need to get this tightened up a little bit, and hopefully I didn't break anything. It's nothing too crazy, but it's pretty bad up in, well, ooh. So that's been melting. So yeah, I might need to clearance this a little bit. Double check, make sure everything's tight here, which it's not. I can see that bolt was loose, so that probably shook itself if loose. Yeah, that could have been a problem. Just that coming apart too. So we'll see. Hopefully nothing too major. I don't think anything real mechanical. But we'll see. I'll give it a quick start up. I said the fuel pump though, that does sound a little off. Man, it's getting tiring. The rods in here are bent, so that's what's causing the door not to really open. Even this one's bent to the point where I have to put it back. But yeah, the fuel pump should have been priming already, but it's not. I don't think it's showing any tune on here. So we'll see. We'll get to the bottom of it one of these days. See. think it's just a little combination of both. The D-cell fuel cut off, that bolt being loose, and probably this being a little loose too. So get all that situated later this week. Right now, gotta start getting ready for work. But yeah, that's that. It's definitely that coolant leaking. So where's that? It's got to be coming from this hose down here. I think it could be coming from the vent lines. So saw a drop hit. So yeah, that'd be the perfect place. Is that the thermostat housing's leaking? So that could be a result of all the heat from here. You know what? Could be that crossover also. So we'll see. Might have to throw some heat wrap on that. Who knows? Probably a little sleeve on it. But yeah, this was one of the reasons I went with the On 3. It's because it's advertised to keep the wheel wells, but obviously I might have to clearance that a lot because yeah, it's starting to bubble the tape up a little, or the paint up. So I could get some heat reflective tape, put it there and here also. Even with the hood vents, it does help out. You want that. I said I should have been covering it a little bit, but I guess if the heat was going down, it's gonna, or just being close or too close to that, definitely gonna melt that up a little bit. So yeah, that's what I think it was. Nothing too exciting, but build, break, repeat, right? So we'll get it situated. I know the PT's in the back. We'll get back on that a little bit. So when it's got it up on the ramps, should be pretty good clearance to get up under here and get these rails cut out eventually, get the new ones welded in, and then start building off pretty much the front. So get the K-member out. Yeah, probably start with the back half, get the back half done, and then worry about building off the front. But yeah, it's the money video. Still gotta look at the fuel pump though, because I'm not sure if something came loose or what happened there. But when it primes, just the sound of it doesn't sound right. No, you can hear it, but usually not that much. So see what I'm saying? So we'll have to figure that out. And we'll get it situated. We will get it situated, but it's not too big a deal. It gives me a reason to come out in the garage as if I needed one even more. Ooh, that could have been it too. This not being tied down like it should have been. That being loose. Could have cut some power here or there, but we'll see. We'll see. Like I said, I'll come out later this week, address all these problems that I pointed out, get those fixed, take it back out, and see what it does. And then I was talking to Ernesto about the torque converter, so he's like, yeah, you might need to do it. I know when I was talking to him in the past, he mentioned that with his LSA build and everything, he was told that the stock converter will work for that, where the supercharger gets a lot of low-end torque, so you don't need as high a stall. With the turbos, you're working in the higher RPM, so you want that higher stall converter. So might have to break down and do it. Might put the order in now, but it's about a three week build time on it. So by that time, I would be on vacation, so I don't want to order it and have it come in and just sitting outside. So we'll figure something out. We will figure something out. But yeah, I think it definitely needs it to wake it up a little bit, because I know it has a lot in her, or a lot left in her, and I just haven't tapped into that power yet. So we will get situated. If you guys have any suggestions of something I could have overlooked, let me know. If you guys have any questions about the build or any of the builds, just hit me up in the comments or hit me up on Instagram, and I'll try to answer them to the best of my ability. But yeah, we didn't break Mona Lisa just yet, so we'll see. We will see.